and so we're gonna pretend that that didn't happen, and today's gonna be a complete and utter success. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am going to be doing another installment in my Mix It Monday series. Now it's been a hot minute since I did one of these, so I had somebody comment on one of my past videos that they really were enjoying mixing the HardCandy Glamoflage with something else. And I was like, HardCandy Glamoflage? I don't think I have that one. Sometimes I feel like I have all the foundations. I know I don't, but sometimes it feels that way. So I picked this up at Walmart and it was less than $6, and I got the color Linen, which is not too bad of a shade. I tested this last night, and I'm going to be mixing it with the Stay Naked HydroManiac from Urban Decay. This is a pretty new one, and I recently tested this one out, and I will try to remember to link my playlist for my Mix It Mondays as well as the video where I test out this guy by itself. I hope that you will consider subscribing if you like seeing this kind of content, or if you like seeing somebody that's just a little bit older playing with color and dramatic looks and that kind of thing, because that's what I tend to do here. My eyeshadow today is relatively dramatic. It's not quite what I was going for, but that's okay because this is not about the eyeshadow. We are going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to zoom in or scooch in a little bit so maybe you can see a little bit better what I am doing. Maybe. Let's hope so. I filmed a Mix It Monday with something different and an eyeshadow look a few days ago, and I went to download it and realized that either my battery on my mic had died or I forgot to turn it on. Who knows? So I had, like 3 hours of footage with no sound. I was seriously pissed, but that kind of thing happens, and so we're gonna pretend that that didn't happen, and today's gonna be a complete and utter success. All right, let's get going. I've got my face prepped, and I've got sunscreen on, even though there's exactly a snowball's chance in hell of it being sunny here in Seattle today. The HardCandy foundation is a doe foot applicator. I don't love these just because, I don't know, I think it's a little bit harder to kind of control how much foundation you get out. But this is a full coverage foundation according to the label. And so I'm just going to take like 3 little smears of it. I am going to mix that with a little dollop of the Stay Naked HydroManiac, and about that much. So this one is a little bit darker than the Linen color from the HardCandy foundation, but I think it'll be okay. We're just going to mix those together I'm going to mix those. We are not mixing. I am mixing those 2 foundations on the back of my hand. Get those nice and swirled together, and it should be okay. I know it looks a little light right this minute, but just hang tight with me. It'll be all right. I promise. I can't promise that. This may be a disaster. Okay, so color's fine. Yay. Put a little bit more. And I expect that I mixed probably too much on the back of my hand. I don't think I'm going to need this much. My skin has been super ticked off at me lately for some reason or another. It's just been kind of, I don't know, it's almost like it's extra dry, but it's kind of broken out, and I really haven't done anything different as far as my skincare, so I think it's just the fact that it's winter and sometimes our skin just likes to mess with us. I am going to bring that down my neck a little bit. And I'm not going to bring it down over my little sort of eczema thing I've got going on, because I find that makeup over something like eczema does not improve how it looks. Yeah, it takes away the redness, but then it looks like I don't know, is not a good look. And And as usual, I will go over this once I get it on and pressed into my skin with a damp sponge. I'm hoping that this will work out nicely. I don't know anything about this foundation. HardCandy cosmetics are not something that I've really enjoyed that much in the past, the things that I've tried. But you know, that's one of the reasons I started my channel, so that I could hear what you guys think about stuff, the kind of things that work for you. And, you know, try them myself if I haven't already done so. And this is definitely a foundation that I have not tried. So I would say that did bring, assuming that the HardCandy Glamoflage is a full coverage, like buildable type of foundation, I think the HydroManiac did seem to dial back that coverage a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit more right here on my, kind of where I'm having sort of blotchy skin for some reason. Let me grab my sponge and we will go over it and we will see what this looks like. If you've been here a while, you know that I don't like a ton of foundation in the center of my face because I don't like the way that it lays on my skin there for some reason. And mostly I'm just trying to pick up anything that's, you know, too excessive. So I feel like that gave me some pretty nice coverage. Didn't cover up everything, so I can still see little things sort of peeking through, and I'm okay with that. Okay, let me have a look. So I've got a little bit of like dryness right in here that it's kind of like catching on, clinging to. So I don't enjoy that, but I expect that any foundation that I put on, that would be pretty evident. So I'm not going to discount this yet. And even though my under eyes are hella dry right now, I am going to put on a little bit of concealer. I am thinking about going this week to Sephora and picking this up in one shade or like a half shade lighter depending on the undertone. So I have 3.5 and I think I'm going to pick up 2.5 or 3 and see how that does for me in my like fairer winter mode of skin. But I do like this concealer. It doesn't seem to, you know, aggravate my eyes or look too heavy. I mean, you know, I don't tend to put a lot on, and I put a little bit on and I blend it out a little bit with my brush, and then I go over it with my fingertips to sort of press in and lift up any excess, and then I will probably go over it with my sponge too. I am going to set my under eyes with my NARS crystal powder. It is Sunday, what is today? I think it's the 17th of January. And I am trying to get the last bit of my Christmas decorations put away. I know, don't judge me. And get some sewing done and hopefully some editing done so that I can put this bad boy actually up on a Monday, since it is called Mix It Mondays. So I think that looks pretty nice as far as I can tell. I'm kind of, I think it's about 11, let's see, what time is it? It is 11:44. And so I am going to be able to wear this for quite a while, not for like forever today because it's pretty late and it is a Sunday, so you know. But I am going to go ahead and finish up my makeup, finish up my eyes, etc. And I will come back and let you know how things went, how products applied over this combination. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to do cream, bronzer, and contour and what have you, or if I'm going to do powder. This is quite matte looking, I think, or kind of a satin matte, and so I don't know. I gotta make a big decision here, guys. All right, I'm just tight lining with a little bit of, this is the L'Oreal Infallible long wear, whatever, pencil. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup. I'll come back and let you know what I put on my face and how things blended and stuff. You know, generally speaking, if I don't like something in the first 2 or 3 hours, I'm not going to like it at 7 or 8 or 10 or 12 hours. I should be able to get in a decent amount of wear time today, so I will do a check-in a little bit later. All right, I'm gonna go finish my face and I will be right back. All right guys, I'm back and I've got the rest of my face on. Let me share real quick what I put on the rest of my face. So I did decide to go in with some cream products, and for my contour, I got out this, this is the Master Contour by Maybelline, and it's one of those like two-sided kind of things. I don't even think they make this anymore. I never used the highlight side. I only ever used the contour side. I don't even know why I got it out. I was just like, you can't use your Fenty Amber contour cream again, Amy. So for my bronzer, I went in with the Col-Lab Bronzer, and this is the light medium one. And I'm not sure if Col-Lab still makes a cream bronzer highlighter duo like this, but I like this a lot. This is definitely darker than my Fenty Butter Biscuit, and so I have to be a little bit more careful, a little bit more strategic, you know, just because it can be a little easy to get too much. For my highlight, I went in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Ritzy highlight. For my blush, I decided to use the Cheek Heat from Maybelline, and this is the shade Nude Burn. So this is a cream product. I like these little guys. They're really nice. For my lips, I went in with the Nudist pencil from Sephora, and I went over that with the lipstick. I think these are the, what are these called? The Lip Stories lipsticks, and this is the shade Love Love, and it's a nice kind of mauve-y matte. It's matte-ish, matte, satin matte. And then I went over that with my e.l.f. lip gloss, plumping lip gloss in the shade Peach Bellini. So I think that's pretty much everything that's at all different on my face. As far as this combination of foundations is concerned, I don't like how it's clinging to the little dry spots on my face, but again, that's probably something that would happen no matter what foundation I was wearing. It sits nice on my nose, which is really a plus for me because a lot of things don't. Other than that, I'm not seeing anything like alarming or anything like that. It looks a little bit heavy around the parts that usually look a little bit heavy on me. That's not that unusual and could probably be modified just by the amount of foundation that I put on. But we'll see. We'll see how that sort of settles into my skin, how it wears throughout the rest of the day. And it may be one of those things that kind of, I don't know, just sort of worms up to your face and kind of, I don't know, smooths out, mellows out, and sinks into the skin a little bit, as opposed to just looking like a heavier layer on top. At least that's sometimes the case with me. So I'm going to leave it there for now. I will do a check-in in a little while, and I will see you guys then. All right, guys, I am back for my check-in. I have had this makeup on for about 7 hours. So in my mind, that is plenty of time to decide if I like the way a foundation is looking, or to be able to determine if it's going to wear nicely or wear off nicely, for that matter. I didn't have any trouble blending anything over this, my concealer, my cream products, or anything like that. So that's definitely a good thing. I do feel like it feels a little bit dry and tight, and so if I were to do this again, I might either use some facial oil before I put on my foundation, or I might mix a little bit into the foundation combination, something like that, just to impart a little bit extra moisture slash dewiness to my skin, because my skin is normal or normal to dry, and so I don't like it to feel dry. I don't mind a little bit of extra glow or dew or oil or whatever you want to call it on my face. very seldom happens just because of the type of skin that I have. So if you have oilier skin, you might really like this combination, just sort of as I did it. For those of you who are extra dry, I don't know, maybe it would work just fine for you, especially if you worked in some extra moisturizer or a facial oil or something like that. If you're a combo, you might really like that. It's really hard for me to say like what other skin types are going to like as far as a foundation or a combination of foundations might be, just because that's not my skin type, so it's hard for me to guess. That's all I can do is guess. But in general, I like the way that this wore. I feel like it stayed put. It's a little bit heavy looking right here and a little bit heavy looking right around my nose, just like it was in the beginning. So that hasn't really gotten any worse. It hasn't settled anywhere. It still looks good on my nose. So yeah, I think I'm going to count this combination as a, let's see, if I was to give it some stars, I might do like 8 out of 10 just because of the dryness issue. It's not going to get like a full-on, success report from me, but it's pretty close. And I definitely would not hesitate to wear this combination again, especially if I mixed in some oil or used a little bit of extra moisturizer. I think that's going to do it for my check-in, guys. Alright, so I think that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed another installment of Mix It Monday. I am going to be bringing these back periodically. I don't know that I will do them every Monday like I was there for a while, but I do enjoy them. I like mixing the stuff that I've already got and seeing if I can get different results, better results, that kind of thing, depending on what I use. And yeah, thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate your time here. As I've already said, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Ring that bell so that you are notified every time I upload a new video, which is several times a week. And until my next video, bye guys.